Good afternoon everyone, and I hope you're all having a lovely Sunday afternoon wherever you are in the world. This is part 3 of making a new garden, and you can see I've added more debris to the pile there. Mostly self-seeded sycamore trees. Now you can see how big these shoots have got. That's the height that the debris was in the area that I've cleared, and beneath where I was snapping them off as they were protruding through, you can see they were budding again. This is the Japanese maple that died in this particular area. It was the only thing that we planted there. But have a look at the roots. You see this white stuff that's growing all around it. Any ideas what that is? I don't know if it's bindweed root, just at a very early stage, or if it's something else. I don't know. So, I don't know. Have you seen that? What is it? Any ideas? Let me know in the comments below. This is the patch. Now I wish I'd started the video rather before I started digging it out, but that was a couple of dig overs. The bricks that you see there are bricks I've dug out, and that's an old tennis ball belonging to the old dog, which I found. So this little patch now has been cleared. It's been dug over several times. It's very easy to dig. The soil is very soft and pliable, and same as in the main garden area, I found quite a few earthworms. Not as many for the area, but still not bad. There's that white sort of root again. I mean, maybe it is just young bindweed root, because this area, as I was digging through, there's tons of the same old bindweed. It's a very weird weather today. I've been doing this in between very heavy sun showers, so we get lovely bright sunshine and it feels quite warm, and then it would hammer down with rain. Lots of centipedes in this patch of ground as well, and I have to be honest, when I find them I do how do I put it, permanently remove them, because they will eat cocoons, so I don't like that. I've been sifting a lot of the little stones and rubbish out, so you can see the topsoil now is a lot smoother. More earthworms. Another centipede. I probably killed about 40 centipedes as I was digging up this little patch. That could be why there's not as many earthworms. The centipedes are finding the cocoons and killing them. So there wasn't much weird stuff dug out of here, just the dog's tennis ball and a little paintbrush. Now I kind of did this because, I don't know, the other bit of the garden, although it's not that big, it feels, it's just relentless, digging it over, pulling out weed, digging it over, pulling out weed, moving stuff to another part of the garden, and it doesn't look like it's moved on. So I wanted to do a small patch that would give me a bit of a lift in spirit, that I feel, yay, so I've actually achieved something. So this is just bloodfish and bone and chicken manure pellets, just a very small handful that I'm scattering around to add a bit of oomph to the soil, because this area has been neglected for years and years and years, like the rest of the garden. So hopefully that will give the seeds I'm putting in a little bit of help. So I'm just scattering it all around there. I didn't bother reading quantities or anything else. I just picked a handful of the bloodfish and bone and a handful of the chicken manure and threw it on. I reckon that's about right. That's a bucket of very wet vermicompost. which I had lying around, which there was no drainage in the container it was in, so I just dumped it in the middle and raked that over the top. Now these seeds, wildlife attracting garden flower seeds, I got them free with something I ordered. You sow between March, April and May, and you thin them to 1 inch apart. Well, that's not going to happen, mate, because your wildflowers just get on with it. So I'm going to just scatter these around the middle. Not an awful lot of seeds, but we'll see how they get on. I want to get some flowers into the garden. We do have a couple of flowering bushes, but I want to try and attract bees and butterflies this summer. So that's the second. I had 2 packets. That's the second packet. There seems to be a bit more seed in that second packet. So again, just scattering around. I'm avoiding the edges because I've got some garlic chives that I got free, which again with something that I ordered. Can't remember what. So I'm just going to plant them, or scatter them along the sides rather. There's the garlic chive seeds. Now again, these are supposed to be planted in, I think when I read the back of the packet it said rows a foot apart and 10 to 6 inches, but like I said, that's not happening in this little patch. I'm just scattering it and they can get on with it. So the idea is that we'll have some garlic chives which we can cut and use and eat along the edging, and some wildflowers in the middle. So that's just the edge on the other side. And then all I'm going to do is, I've got another bucket of vermicompost, which is a bit drier than this stuff, that I raked over. That's it there in the blue bucket. I'm just going to scatter that across the top. I think the seeds are supposed to be buried 1/4 of an inch, but again, it's a tiny little patch. I'm not all that bothered. Whatever they do, they do. So this is unsifted. It's not as wet as the other stuff. That's a little bit of twine that didn't break down in the original compost bins. Lots of tea bags, which I don't care what these tea companies tell you regarding them composting down. If they do, they take years to do it, because this bucket has got loads of tea bags uncomposted in it. The worms have long since had the contents of the tea bags, but the tea bags themselves seem to hang around forever. So that's the patch done. I've just raked that last lot of vermicompost across the top, and I'm going to leave it to it. Thanks for watching. Bye.